This is Larry. Grandpa can cook. Look, today we're going to make some Mexican meat. I don't know what else to call it. It's a meat you use in a lot of Mexican cooking. You can use this. It fits perfectly and tastes good with tacos, also burritos. You can even use it with Mexican omelettes. Make a Mexican pizza out of it. You can use it with a quesadilla. This stuff is really nice and you're going to like it. Doesn't take long to make it all. You make it up in half hour. Let it cook for a half hour, an hour if you want, or do it in a slow cooker. Let it cook all day while you're gone. You're going to love it. I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll get to making it.
Now the ingredients. The meat. I'm using half beef and half pork, but you can use all beef if you want, or pretty much any combination of meat, as long as it's ground meat or minced. The first secret ingredient. Roasted red pepper strips. They just add so much. I'll drain them and rough cut them before adding. Some garlic, peeled and chopped. Roughly dice up a medium to a large onion. Now the next secret ingredients. Peel and grate a carrot. It adds smoothness and mellows out the tomato paste. You'll need some chili powder. If you're in the U.S., use your favorite brand. If you live elsewhere, see the link regarding chili powder. It's at the end of the video and in the description below. You may need some sugar to sweeten the tomato paste, but wait until it's been cooking a while before you taste it and add if needed. A bit of olive oil for cooking the onions, garlic and carrots, some pepper and salt to taste, and you're on your way. Let's go cook. Well now, the carrots are grated, the peppers are drained and roughly chopped, onions are diced, and the garlic is sliced. To make it easier, I mix the chili, the salt, and the pepper. My pot's heating on a medium heat. Now add some olive oil and let it heat up until it starts to shimmer. When the oil's ready, add the onions. Now remember, you're just cooking them until they become translucent. You're not trying to brown or caramelize them. Just sweat them up a bit. When the onions are ready, put in the garlic. Don't let it burn. Just cook it for a bit, maybe a minute or two. Next, the shredded carrot and the spice mix are added, and you just stir it in really good and let it cook for a minute or two. Add your meat and mix it up and let it brown. When the meat's browned, I add the peppers to it and give it a stir. I put in the tomato paste, and I fill the tomato paste container about halfway up with water and add that to the pot. Bring it to a boil, then lower, give it a little stir, lower the heat to a simmer. I leave the cover on for the first 15 minutes or so. It's a good idea to check and give it a stir every now and then. After 15 minutes, I take the cover off, I give it a stir, check to see if there's enough salt and other spices. I might add some Worcestershire sauce and then check to see if it needs some sugar. Because when you're using canned tomatoey things, they can be a bit acidy tasting. But it's nothing a teaspoon or 3 of sugar won't handle. When I see that it tastes super, I let it simmer for about 15 minutes uncovered. Well, it's done and looking good. You can eat it right now and it'll taste great. But this is one of those things that tastes even better the next day. Actually, right after I made this, our grandson came by and made up a few tacos. They were basic, but he really enjoyed them. The next day, Helen and I used the meat to make this Mexican scramble. Next week, I'll post a video on how we made the scramble. Some shout outs for some good folks. Pink Panda Kitchen, Love Angel, Eating, Cheating, and Indo Aussie. Look, they're great comments. Appreciated you sharing and just subscribing. Thank you very much. If you have any questions or comments, just write them in the reply spaces below and I'll get back to you. Thanks again for watching.